Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in one of the comments, somebody mentioned that I should record a video on how one should introduce themselves. So in this video, I will be covering this exact thing and will tell you how a proper introduction should look like. Okay, so let's get started. Beginning with the problem. Have you ever walked into a room and when somebody asked you to introduce yourself, either you went completely blank, you just spoke for 5 to 10 seconds and you were just quiet, or did you just go on speaking for around 5 to 6 minutes without putting in any thoughts? Trust me, I have been in both these rooms. I've introduced myself for various college society level interviews, for various placement interviews, and I also had my journey of understanding that how a good introduction should look like. I have made a lot of mistakes. Then I consulted the people who were interviewing me, and then finally I was able to structure and put the entire thing in a 5 parts formula, that this is how the information should flow whenever I am introducing myself. Okay, so before I share that formula, I want to highlight 3 cons that you should always take care. Whether you're following my formula or not, that is up to you. But these are 3 things that you really need to take care to ensure that you are introducing yourself well and it is creating an impact, a positive one, not a negative one. Number one, what we have noticed, usually people either talk too much or they just hurry up with everything, they skip the relevant part and complete their introduction in just 30 to 40 seconds, right? So optimize the limit of your introduction, keep it around 1.5 minutes long, but don't stretch it beyond 2.5 minutes, because there is a proper interview that needs to happen after that introduction sets the pitch. So it's like your first impression and it needs to go well. So keep it short, but it should not be that short that you skip the relevant information. And it should be long enough to capture everything that you should convey for whatever profile you are interviewing for. So first is optimizing the time limit in which you are wrapping up your introduction. Number two, people start listing facts because they try that as much good they'll speak about themselves, it'll create a good impact. But understand, filter, sort what is relevant here, what is not relevant here, and the information needs to flow in a proper manner. You cannot go like that, oh, I am this, I was the head girl of my society, I did my BCom honors from here, I you just cannot say anything in an ad hoc manner. It needs to have a structure. So ensure that the information is flowing in the right structure and there's a storyline that is coming out of your introduction, right? Number third is customize your introduction. A very weird example, but you cannot give the same introduction that you are giving in a dance society interview to a pharma company recruiter, right? They are two very different things. You cannot just have one fixed introduction for yourself and you cannot use it everywhere. You need to customize with whatever profile you are interviewing for. This applies whether you are giving society level interviews or job level interviews. You need to understand the needs of the recruiter, identify what they're looking for, and then ensure your introduction is around those lines only. So ensure you do follow these 3 golden rules, because this can seriously change the way your introduction can impact the recruiter. Now talking about how I structure my introduction and what is that 5 part formula that I was talking about. So part 1 is, in the first line I tell them who I am and what's my origin, right? So it's usually like that, this is my name, and there might be 2 scenarios. One is that you were born somewhere and you were brought up somewhere. Now this kind of sets the tone, the context. At times the recruiter just relate with the roots, right? And they might have questions around that city only. So just set the context first. Tell them I am this. If you were born in 2 different cities, so it will sound like that I was born in this particular city and brought up here, or it will be like I was born and brought up in this particular city. This is my part 1, just one line, that's it. Part 2, what I am currently doing, right? What is my current qualification? So it usually goes like that: I'm in the final year of this particular course in this particular college. Whatever you're doing currently, tell them. In fact, now in a society level interview, it will sound like that currently I'm pursuing this course, right? So you need to tell them your current qualification as well. So you have given them your context, you have given them their qualification. These two things usually remains the same. Now comes part 3. Part 3 needs to be your biggest achievement. That kinds of align with the thing that you're with the profile you're interviewing for, and it will kind of create the biggest impact on the recruiter. So ensure you give your star point here. So your biggest achievement, now your achievement should not hang alone. It should be backed by what did you learn from that. I served as this, or I did an internship here, and it helped me with these set of skills. You need to tell them this is what you did and this is what you learned from that experience, right? So this is my part 3, which is very, very important. Then part 4 is what all other skills you have, right? What all other skills which are very relevant for the profile, you need to list them out, because your skills can create a very good impact. Now technical skills or soft skills, capture all of them very nicely, right? Then the last one is, I usually wrap it up with my hobby, that this is something that I like apart from my work as well. I somewhere feel it kinds of show that I'm a bit confident, that I'm end to end sharing everything about myself. I'm not very scared that I'm just talking about the professional things and trying to impress them by that. I'm actually telling them that this is me as a person. So I usually first judge the room, that is part 5, which is optional, should be used here or not. If the recruiter is a bit polite with me and genuine with me, so I share that hobby part as well. Otherwise usually I skip it. I remember in one of my interview, I told them my hobby, I love dancing, and I have a dance channel as well with the name Tal Tales 15, please check it out. So I told them that I love to dance, and then they asked me a guesstimate based on dancing. So that's how they at times refer to what you are telling them. So yes, these are my 5 parts, and this is how I structure my introduction. I'll talk about all these 5 parts in an in-depth manner, and after that I'll give you a kind of an example that this is how my job level society level introduction looks like, and this is how my job level introduction looks like. If anywhere I have interchanged these words, interview and introduction, please ignore. I really suffer from this disease. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I usually interchange these 2 words. Okay, so part 1, who are you and where are you from? Very simple, I just give you an example and you'll understand it. I am Anshika Bhatt. I was born and brought up in Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh. Now let's assume that I was born in Bombay and I was brought up in Jhansi. So it will be like, hi, I am Anshika Bhatt. I was born in Bombay and brought up in Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh. That's it. Don't stretch it. Now part 2, your current qualification. Now in the society level interview, it will be like, I'm currently pursuing BCom honors from Daulat Ram College, or if you don't want to repeat your college name, that's also fine. Now in a job level interview, you should tell them in which year you are. So it will sound like, I'm currently in my final year of BCom honors from University of Delhi, or maybe you're sitting for an internship, so it will be like, I'm in my second year of BCom honors. So that is how you need to tell them your year, your education, and your college as well, from where you're pursuing it. So now this is also just 1 line, 2 lines, and you have set the context about yourself. Coming to the main part, achievement linked to skill. Now when I came to my college, of course I did not have any college experience. I just had my school experience. I served as a head girl. I won a number of competitions there. So that's how I used to tell them that, I'll tell you the wrong part first. If I just go and tell them I was the head girl of my school, it won't create an impact. How would I like to frame it? I served as a head girl of my school council, which helped me build strong leadership and large scale management skills. Now it will create an impact. Now I have communicated that my leadership skills are strong, I have experience in this, and my team management skills are strong. That's how you do it. Now coming to the society level interview. So just if you have some really good examples from your school life, bring them out. If you have done any unpaid internship, or if you participated in any competition, do call it out in this section, right? And do attach it with your skills which you learned as part of that particular experience. Now coming to the job level interview. Now if you have society experiences, internship experiences, competition experiences, prioritize internship above everything. If your competition was from a very grand organization, prioritize that, right? Otherwise always prioritize your this internship, because your work, this practical work experience matters a lot, right? So I usually talk about my internship first. Second, I talk about my case competitions if I'm sitting for a consulting profile, because I held positions in 2 of the consulting case competitions. And then I only talk about one society level achievement because it was at national level. I served as the chairperson of Global Association of Economics Education India. That's the only thing that I bring, because again it was at a national level, and I'll be able to attach my leadership skills and team management skills over there, right? So I don't like to bring like your society experiences where you just served as a head or something. If you don't have anything, then bring it up. But your internship, your case comms, and your remarkable position of responsibilities in your college societies will make a bigger impact than just being a member of some society that won't create that amount of impact. So that's how I usually structure it. Also, I have made a video that if you're a college student, what are things you should prioritize. So when I came, I just got mad about the society culture and everything, and after around 1.5 years, I realized that my first year could have looked entirely different. So I'll be uploading this video in 2-3 days, where I'll be talking about that if you are in college, what are the few things that you should really take care of. Okay, so talk about your internship, talk about a case competition, and if you have some outstanding society level position of responsibility, call it out. Now always attach them with your skills, back them with your skills. Part 4 is that now you have your skills, you cannot attach it with any experience, but you want that these should be communicated to the person. So you can just add this line: apart from this, I am well versed in Microsoft Excel and have data analysis not experience, but well versed in Microsoft Excel and data analysis tools, such as whatever tools you are good with. And you can also talk about your soft skills, like I have strong presentation and communication skills, right? Don't repeat the same thing that you have covered in part 3. This should be like a plus brownie point to part 3, right? Not the repetition of the same thing. Now if you're sitting for a job interview, it's great if in your college time you study about SQL, Python, Power BI, especially for the consulting roles, and these data analysis tool. If you have done any certification in data analysis or AI, call it out here that I have pursued a certification in this particular role or tool, and then communicate them here, right? And especially if you're sitting for a consulting role, tools like SQL, Python, Power BI, Tableau, they can seriously create an impact. Also, if you have any AI certification from a very good organization, that can also play a very good role. So this is how my part 4 will look like. And finally, the optional hobby line. So I usually frame it like that. Apart from my professional life, I enjoy dancing and reading in my free time. I just repeat this line everywhere, wherever I go. So you can just decide that whether you want to include it or not. So this is how these 5-part formula looks like. Now I'll give you full example that how my society interview, my society introduction, and my job introduction would look like. Please bear with me if I've interchanged these 2 words, because I think I had. Okay, so this is how my college society introduction would look like. Hi, I am Anshika Bhatt. I was born and brought up in Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh. I am currently pursuing BCom Honours from Daulat Ram College. In school, I served as the head girl of my school council for 2021-22, which helped me build my leadership skills and understand how to manage things at a broader level. I also participated in several debate competitions, which continuously improved my public speaking and confidence. Apart from this, I'm well versed in Microsoft Office and I have strong presentation and communication skills. In my free time, I enjoy dancing and reading. It was, I think, hardly a minute long, but I have communicated all the relevant things that I should have. That's how yours should look like. Now, job level introduction. Hi, I'm Anshika Bhatt. I was born and brought up in Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh. I'm currently in my final year of BCom honors at University of Delhi. I did my research internship under Professor somebody at this particular institute, which gave me exposure to agriculture and financial research and helped me manage a team of 10 plus people. I was also the chairperson of the Global Association of Economics Education India for 2023-24. Quote your year, because that will kind of give an idea that how recent this experience is, right? Which further strengthened my leadership and team skills. I'm also skilled in Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Office, and I'm comfortable working with AI tools, SQL, and Python. So this is how my two introductions would look like. Now, one golden rule: customize your introductions as per the job description or as per the requirements of the interview that you're sitting for. If this AI expertise is not being asked, skip it. If they're asking something very specific, then you customize your introduction around those asks only, right? Tell them that what you're understand what they're asking for, and in your introduction you should answer them that you are the right fit for all the needs and the asks that they have mentioned in the JD. That's how you should customize your introduction. Okay, so I think I have covered all the relevant points. A quick recap: 5-part formula. First should be who are you and where are you from. Second should be your current qualification and role. Third should be your biggest achievement linked to a skill. Biggest achievement / achievements, if you have many, include all of them. Fourth, other explicit skills which you haven't mentioned in part 3. And the fifth one is optional, your hobby or any co-curricular activities. And the golden rule: customize it as per the job description. So if this helped you, drop your introduction using the formula that I have shared in the comment section. I'll personally go through them and share my feedback. So if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and if you want me to create videos on any other topic, drop them in the comment section. Also, if you have any other questions, do let me know. I'll be happy to address them. Thank you so much for watching.